Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. My name is Andrew Eyeic. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and today I want to show you how to take this and turn it into this. Let's get into it. So if you've never done the Jack of Trades before, the idea behind the aura is that you train X number of skills and get a large amount of experience in a skill of your choice. Basically, it's every player's best friend for training their least favorite skill. On top of that, it is some of the best experience in the game for the time committed, taking only 2 minutes and 30 seconds for new players, or only 10 seconds using this method. Also, just a friendly reminder that you can do your Jack of Trades 3 times per day. If you do have the Premier Club, you can use the Premier Artifact to reset it, as well as resetting it with Viswax, which makes it a perfect daily to do after your daily Viswax run. Now, where should we start off? Combat is probably one of the most obvious ones, and for the sake of this video, we're not including prayer or summoning as combat, even though they are technically combat skills, but we're going to be focused on melee, ranged, and magic. Now, these skills are going to be the most consistent between either new players or advanced players doing their Jack of Trades because it is the quickest and simplest 6 skills to get. Simply either go to the rabbits or the cows and one-hit them with your sword, your bow, and your staff. Now, most of you will run into this problem. Just make sure in your combat settings that you at least have attack, strength, defense, range, and magic all toggled on, or otherwise you won't be able to complete this method and you'll be sitting there being like, why am I missing this one skill when you accidentally toggled strength off because you got 99 in it and aren't training it anymore. Otherwise, combat is pretty self-explanatory, and we are now at 6 out of the 20 needed skills. Now for the rest of the skills, we are going to be taking a look at some 0-tick and 1-tick options that basically allow you to click on them and process that skill immediately, allowing you to quickly train the rest of your skills. Now, 0-tick methods, or methods that do not take any time for the action to register, come in the form of urns. You can add runes to unfinished urns to gain 1 XP in said skill, making a complete urn and thus training your skill. Fortunately for us, there's no processing time for each urn, so with fast enough clicking, we can technically process all 10 urns in just 1 tick. Personally, I don't use all 10 because I find that Hunter, Prayer, and Smithing are very useless urns to me in what I do in my dailies, but I do cooking, divination, farming, fishing, mining, runecrafting, and woodcutting, and I use all of them pretty consistently. So those are the urns that I like to put my time into making. Now for my Ironmans out there, I would highly recommend, due to the upkeep time, that you do not use urns until you get to Prif, as the fastest way is to use the Crafting Guild, which takes a lot longer per urn to fill an inventory rather than at Prif. If you do not have urns, or you're an early game Ironman and you're looking for alternative options, here are some of the options that I have used in the past or I substitute out in the early game for my personal Jack of Trades runs. Now, the green color indicates that this method can be done within 1 or 2 ticks. The orange might take multiple interactions or multiple ticks, and red, typically you want to avoid that skill unless you're doing the legendary Jack of Trades order, and that is because it will take an extra long amount of time if you do those methods. Moving away from non-earnable skills, we can see that there's great options in crafting, firemaking, fletching, invention, herb lore, and summoning. This list will push you over the 20 limit. However, you can choose what you want. So if you're an Ironman, maybe you don't want to use summoning pouches because they might be tedious for you to make, so you might choose to do something like fletching instead. In the outlier skills, we have agility, which you can use a clockwork toy. You have to wind it, release it, and then catch it. So that's why it's in the orange, because it does take multiple interactions. You can pickpocket a merchant down to the south, but that requires a bit of traveling and hence is red, as well as being able to sift soil for archaeology, which you could use the lunar spellbook for, as well as more inventory space. Now, a message of warning. Sometimes if you attempt to process some of these items, a progress bar will show up, but won't cause any action. I'm not quite sure why this happens. I think it's related to dead clicks and how the tick system interacts with the progress bar, but for this reason, I like to alternate between urns and 1-tick methods to allow for smooth sailing throughout the Jack of Trades, and if any dead clicks do occur, I can go back and go through it one more time. Anyways, to finish off the video, I just wanted to show you guys my personal route. We have our arrowheads for fletching, we have our summoning pouch for summoning, we have grimy herb for herb lore, uncut gem for crafting, we have our broad arrowheads for disassembly, we have all of 7 urns, including cooking, fishing, divination, woodcutting, rune crafting, mining, and farming, and then our magic logs for fire making. And that is all of our 20 skills, so we won't have to leave this cow pen. And let's try and do this as fast as possible. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Now, obviously, this was in 10 seconds. We went a little bit over, but that was because we had a dead click on both an urn as well as we stumbled on the fire making. But in general, you're never going to get it perfect. So having a time around 10 seconds is kind of what you're aiming for. But overall, this method definitely increases the efficiency of Jack of Trades. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, I will see you guys later.